나 언제 너를 더 항목엔 몰라
내가 달러 땅 위로 떨어진 별이
Baby that's you 말도 안 된단 말이 that's true 말도 안 된단 말이 that's true 안 된단 말이
Hwiyoung is a South Korean singer, dancer, and rapper who became known for being a member of the Korean pop or K-pop boy band SF9 under the management of FNC Entertainment. Hwiyoung was born Kim Young-kun on the 11th of May 1999 in Chungcheongbuk-do, South Korea. He went to the local elementary and middle schools in Jicheon, eventually matriculating from Hanlim Art School in Seoul. During his training days in 2015, Hwiyoung belonged to an 11-member group, NEOZ Dance. To determine who would get to debut first on their roster of talents, his agency FNC Entertainment produced a reality TV survival series entitled D.O.B, which stands for Dance or Band, aired on the Mnet Cable Channel. Do you want to win one of these items on your screen? If so, make sure to watch the whole video, leave a like and comment a hidden message. And with that being said, let's get ready to watch the video. His dance group competed with another group of trainees called NEOZ Band, and during the survival series, 2 members of his group were eliminated before the final round as they all performed every week to stay on top. Eventually, his group won the competition, and they formed a 9-member group called SF9, which is short for Sentimental Feelings 9. Hwiyoung, along with the leader Youngbin, Inseong, Daewon, Jaeyoon, Rawoon, Taeyang, Chanhee, and Zuho, made their debut performance on the 5th of October 2016 on Mnet's M Countdown to coincide with the release of their debut single album entitled Feeling Sensation with the lead track Fanfare. It peaked at number 6 on the South Korean Gaon album chart, and its official music video has attracted over 1 million views. The group's debut performance video has a total of 1.2 million views. The second single, entitled KO, was promoted a month later, but unfortunately their debut was considerably weaker, and the single album ended up in the 78th position on the year-end list of the Gaon album chart. Following the lackluster debut of SF9, FNC Entertainment changed their strategy and released their extended plays in 2017. Hwiyoung and the other boys worked hard to improve their sales and brand. Their first extended play, or EP, entitled Burning Sensation, was released on the 6th of February 2017, with tracks including Still My Lady, Shut Up and Let Me Go, and the lead track, Roar. It charted locally and internationally, peaking at number 3 on the Gaon album chart and 6th on Billboard's World Album Chart. Its music video, or MV, has amassed 4 million views, which is rather higher than their previous releases. Encouraged by the positive sales results of their first EP, they immediately released a second one entitled Breaking Sensation on the 8th of April 2017. It also has 6 tracks, including Watch Out, Hide and Seek, and the lead track Easy Love. While it peaked at the number 5 position on both Gaon album and Billboard World Album charts, the total number of units sold was less than that of the first EP. However, international interest in the group continued to rise, as the music video has a total number of 9 million views. FNC Entertainment dialed back on their South Korean releases, as the boys focused on penetrating the Japanese market. They tested the waters by holding a live showcase prior to the group's debut in Japan, which turned out to be a sold-out event. In June of 2017, instead of recording a new song, Hwiyoung and his group simply released the Japanese version of their debut single, Fanfare. It topped the Japanese Tower Records chart and peaked at number 4 on Japan's Oricon Albums chart. Later, they released a full-length Japanese album, Sensational Feeling 9, which has the Japanese version of their 10 songs and peaked at number 7 on the Oricon Album chart. Their third EP, Nights of the Sun, was released in October with 6 tracks, including Let's Hang Out, Blank, and the lead track, Oh Solo Mio. It peaked at number 4 on the Gaon Album chart and number 7 on Billboard's World Album Chart. Hwiyoung and the boys had a busy 2017, with live showcases not only in South Korea, but also in the US. They were tapped to perform with other established K-pop artists in the annual Korean Wave Convention in New York in June and Los Angeles in August, dubbed as KCON New York and KCON LA respectively. Hwiyoung said in one interview that the experience was both exciting and overwhelming, as they performed in front of thousands of people in large venues such as Staples Center and Prudential Center. In November, they returned to the U.S. to perform in a series of concerts in Boston, Seattle, and Dallas entitled 2017 SF9 Be My Fantasy in the USA. It took SF9 around 2 years to hold its first concert in South Korea on the 27th of October 2018 at Yes 24 Live Hall, dubbed 2018 SF9 Live Fantasy #1 Dreamer. Although they'd already performed in many places, it was a dream come true for Hwiyoung to perform in front of a home crowd. The interest in the group continued to grow, and they conducted a global fan meeting tour. The meet and greet event took them to several cities in South America, including Sao Paulo in Brazil, Santiago in Chile, and Mexico City. They also made stops in Manila, Philippines, and Taipei, Taiwan. The SFP boys did all these live events after wrapping up their promotional activities for the 2 EPs they released in the early part of 2018. Mamma Mia, with 6 tracks including Be My Baby, Never Say Goodbye, and the title track with the same name, was released in February and peaked at number 3 on the Gaon album chart. They also released a Japanese version of the title track. The 5th EP, Sensuous, was released a few months later, and it also charted at number 3 on Gaon. Both EPs did well not only on charts, but also with their sales record. The global expansion of K-pop due to Blackpink and BTS's success benefited a lot of other K-pop groups. In April and May, they performed in several cities around the world. They kicked off with a Japanese tour dubbed as SF9, 2019 ZEP Tour Illuminate, performing in sold-out concerts in Nagoya, Namba, and Tokyo. Next was their 2019 SF9 USA Live Tour Unlimited. The boys went back to perform in the same cities for a second time and included other cities such as Atlanta, Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. In the following month, they flew to the other side of the world for their 2019 SF9 European Live Tour Unlimited, performing sold-out concerts in key European cities, including Warsaw, Paris, London, and Moscow. For the second time, Hwiyoung and his group were included in the list of performers for KCON Japan and KCON New York. They were no longer overwhelmed by the experience and just enjoyed the live performances. Success continued coming their way, and FNC Entertainment let the boys release 2 more EPs in 2019. Narcissus came out in the early part of the year, with 6 tracks, including the lead track, Enough, along with Heartbeat and Life Is So Beautiful. It peaked at number 4 on Gaon album chart and number 11 on Billboard's World Album chart. The second EP, RPM, peaked at number 5. Both EPs sold over 100,000 units. They also released a Japanese studio album entitled Illuminate under Warner Music Japan, and it peaked at number 3 on the Oricon album chart with over 26,000 units sold. The year ended with a commercial endorsement for popular South Korean chicken fast food with popular actress Shin Yi-eun. Before the COVID-19 global restrictions were put in place in 2020, Hwiyoung and the boys had a great start. They released their first studio album entitled First Collection on the 7th of January, and even had a short live showcase for their loyal fans in Seoul's Blue Square iMarket Hall, as well as live streaming it for overseas fans. They were anxious about their first studio album, feeling that it was some sort of a new beginning or rebirth for them. It had 10 tracks, including Am I the Only One, Shh, Lola Lola, and the title track, Good Guy. He said before the performance that the lead track refers to someone you can't forget. If you don't like a person, you want to forget about them. But if you like them and they're good in your perception, they're memorable. Hwiyoung was suffering from a cold on that day, but was still able to perform well. They may have waited for 3 long years for the album, but it was worth it, as it sold more than 110,000 units, and they won 2 trophies for the song Good Guy from popular music shows, namely Mnet's M Countdown and KBS's Music Bank for the top song of the week. In South Korea, a music show win is highly regarded and considered a milestone for K-pop artists. In July, they dropped their 8th EP entitled Glorious, with 6 tracks including Into the Night, OK Sign, and the lead track Summer Breeze. However, due to the COVID-19 virus restrictions, they were only able to promote it in some music shows, but with no live audience. The MV of the lead track has more than 43 million views, making it their most watched video. Hwiyoung and another SF9 member, Inseong, were included in the main cast of the web drama series Bin is Updating, along with Kim Nu-ri, which began airing on the 25th of August 2020. Both SF members sang the official soundtrack of the series entitled Love Graduation, which was released on the 4th of September 2020. As with other K-pop artists, in his limited personal life, Hwiyoung is forbidden to date for the first 3 to 5 years after his debut, as stated in their management contracts. This is to ensure that the artist would focus on their work. However, even after the dating policy no longer applies to them, most choose to not reveal any personal relationships. This is to appease the K-pop fans, who are known to be quite possessive of their idols. So don't expect to find any news about them seeing anyone, as it is still said to be in his best interest to just date privately. When asked about his ideal girl, he said that he's physically attracted to women with long legs. He currently shares a room with Daewon in an apartment provided by his talent agency, which they also share with Suho, Youngbin, and Jaeyoon. In his appearance, Hwiyoung is 5 feet 10 inches or 1.79 meters tall, weighs 135 pounds or 61 kilograms, and has a lean build with broad shoulders. To maintain his lean, fit body, he exercises every day. His natural hair color is black, but he could often be seen sporting a different hair color during promotional activities, including blonde, gray, brown, and auburn. His natural eye color is black, but he would use colored contact lenses to match the concept his group chose for MV filming and live performances. According to sources, Hwiyoung has an estimated net worth of close to $100,000 as of December 2020. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.